Selamat datang dan selamat kembali di episod seterusnya dengan Chill Padi. Okay guys, kalau korang belum dengar part 1 of our special interview with Mr. Sarafian Salleh on our 100th episode, please do so. Because whatever we discuss there, dia punya content.
Macam bro.
Masya Allah. Masya Allah.
Masya Allah.
Tak ada stop button lah. Dia macam loop.
Keep on going. Dia punya knowledge that he shared in this podcast. Ya Allah, kita sangat menghargai. Alright. Jadi kepada para pendengar Chill Padi yang baru dengar, baru discover kita atau baru nampak kita, please follow our social at YouTube, Spotify, Instagram dan juga TikTok. Dan juga you can follow Mr. Sarafian Salleh punya YouTube, Sarafian Salleh.
Yes.
Alright. Dan juga kepada siapa yang minat tentang buku yang ditulis oleh Mr. Sarafian Salleh, you can get it at Kinokuniya. Marda
siapa?
Marwah.
You almost forget to mention his Facebook also, which is Tua Bugis.
Yeah, so you can also follow his social at Facebook. Dia punya Facebook called Tua Bugis. Alright.
Yes.
Okay, jangan kita membuang masa lagi. Mari kita masukkan part 2 kita. Silakan.
Al-Tafadal Mashkurah.
Are there Freemason who is Malay in Singapore?
No,
Dedeng tu Netflix.
no, I'm going to answer that.
Silakan.
If you know, you read the book.
Let Mr. Sarafian, please.
Okay, when I was doing a tour in Fort Canning with a few NUS postgraduate students. As I walked down from Fort Canning all the way to Coleman Street. I was given a talk about the Mason Hall.
Mason Hall.
Right. And suddenly there was this guy who was standing behind the group. He was smiling at me.
Is it a pakcik?
It's a pakcik.
Pakcik.
Pakcik Angmo.
Pakcik Angmo. Macam mana Mas Ali lah?
Mas Ali. So he was watching, he was smiling, he was acknowledging very positively. He said to me that you seem to know a lot about the masonry in Singapore. So he was carrying a bag. He was carrying a bag full of books. And his name is Mr. Gray.
Shout out to Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray. So Mr. Gray tell me that since you really like about our story, I shall give you my book. It's going to be launched 3 days from now. Then I told him, that's a coincidence because a week from now I'll be launching my book, Tuah Bugis. They said, okay, in that case, after you launch, please come to the Mason Hall. Bring me your copy because I also want a copy from you, and I'll give you a tour in the Mason Hall. So I was quite shocked. So a few of my friends who heard it, they wanted to join, but I said no, only Sarafian. Okay, so I did tell them that if Mason Hall allows me to bring you all in, I shall guide you. But then he whispered to me, you're going to be a member. What the word called?
Anointed.
But that was something he said casually. Okay, so when the time came for me to visit, I brought my book. We took a photograph, and he brought me around. He brought me around the hall, and I was very surprised that one of the stained glass in Mason Hall was a picture of Raffles.
Raffles.
So I got to know that Raffles was a Freemason, and he told me that the second gentleman was William Napier. So William Napier is the first law agent in Singapore, and he was the one who actually bought a piece of land in Botanic Garden.
That's why there's a road under his name.
Yes, Napier Road. So Napier bought a piece of land there together with Captain Dilros. So they bought a piece of land there, they lived there, but in the year 1850s, 1860s, he sold this piece of land to Maharaja Abu Bakar.
Yes.
So Maharaja Abu Bakar, he was rich. In fact, he's rich. In fact, when I always tell people that if you want to talk about the crazy rich Asians, the ones who really own money and land, it was Maharaja Abu Bakar.
Maharaja Lela.
Maharaja Lela.
Somebody.
So he was the one who owned land. He was an Anglophile. He was best friend with Queen Victoria.
Yes. Apa tu Anglophile? Bagi pendengar yang tak tahu.
Anglophile is they love the British way of living, British lifestyle. Anglophile, file means something you love, right? Fanatic, So Anglo is English, Anglia. So it's Anglophile. Anglo-Saxons, yeah. So there are rumors saying that he was one of the first member. First member also. So there were rumors also because of that. Because being in this fraternity, you actually establish brotherhood amongst fellow
elites.
Members, fellow elites members. So you are in that pool of people, but to be a member there, you have to go through certain rituals. That's why it's so secret that nobody knows what it was. Right? So they go through some rituals to prove that you are a man, you believe in God. Any God, but you must believe in God. You must have faith. Without faith, you cannot be a member.
I thought they are all atheists. So
No, they're not. If you're atheist, you can't.
You cannot.
So you must have faith.
That's one of the misconceptions.
Yes.
Nice.
So you must have faith, because with faith, then you have a path.
Yes, true.
So then you can join this fraternity. So that's what I know. So when I went through the hall with Mr. Gray, he did show me the hall where they have the rituals. They showed me some artifacts that you have to touch with your eyes blindfolded and tell what is it before you become a member.
You can't really see.
You can't see, you just have to touch it. Then
So that's the grey area lah.
I mean, I can share with you some open secrets.
Okay, go
there
ahead.
are some close secrets which I don't know.
Okay.
There are some open secrets that I can share with you that you can find in YouTube, you can find in Google, where you have to show your left nipple to show that you are a man.
Okay.
You have to raise your right leg, right pants, to show that you are also a man, because you see some hair, then and a few other things. So those are the formalities of becoming a member. So I believe those people who are members today, they went through this ritual. So they make it so secret, until people thought that it's actually a secret society. Yes, it could be a secret society, but
Licensed secret society.
it's a licensed or open society. But what amazed me is those who join this club, they are
Elites.
I would say elites.
mixed.
The elites, they are not really that wealthy or poor. They are just normal people.
Middle class.
Middle class. But they are the ones, but they have to commit to meetups. Okay, every particular period of the day, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, they have to get together, black bow tie, and they get together. And and for Singapore's context, they focus a lot on charity. Surprising, huh? So they believe in charity.
Makes sense. I saw some, like, even they have like this Rotary logo.
Yes.
And surprisingly, it's not like some special neighborhood or some place, right? It's directly under Void Deck.
Yes.
Like one of the places, if I'm not mistaken, is West Coast, guys. Yeah. There's few other places.
But do they show the left people?
I know you guys are holding
So this whatever I share is an open thing.
Yeah, understand.
So the checkered floor, you see the checkered floor.
Okay, all this checkered floor. These are checkered floor, cornerstones, the middle stone.
Yeah.
These are all signs of Freemasonry. Okay, the word Freemasonry. Free means
Freedom.
people of any belief.
Oh, okay.
But have faith.
Have faith.
Mason actually
Macam tiles kan,
comes down to the tiles, or they were the engineers of civilization.
Oh wait, maybe Masonic.
Masonic tiles.
That's why the logo is like macam.
Okay, ring the bell. Okay.
It
So-
came from the movie Braveheart. Pernah tengok cerita Braveheart?
Yes.
Yeah, so something like
Yeah,
that.
Braveheart or Braveheart.
Mel
So-
Gibson app.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
You watch National Treasure.
Nicolas Cage.
So that's
Indiana Jones.
Freemason.
The way he dressed.
So that's the thing. And they believe that they are the engineers of civilization. So if you go to the Mason Hall, the first tools you'll see are dividers.
Understand.
You have square. You have a straight rule. You have a stone. So this
It's a way, right? Like
that's a way, a balancing scale. But this to show that they are engineers. They were the former engineers.
Yeah.
Okay, now maybe if you want to do some further research, you can see what their connections are, like the Towers of Babylon and so on.
Related to Nabi Nuh alayhi salam.
Yes, something that I don't want to dwell on, but these are some of the things that you can Google. But if you really want to know more, also you can watch this YouTube by Ustaz Auni.
Yes.
Ustaz Auni will tell you.
Our another guru.
He will talk about the mechanics of all these numbers
In detail.
Everything is
all
registered.
Yeah, he's like a walking
GPT.
walking ChatGPT.
literally.
So he's really very good. So, but then again, some of his theory are also based on his theory, his assumption. Okay, because you know, there are some disclaimers. There are some people who say that this is not true, but most of them agree, regardless of what race or religion you are. When they heard his talk, there is a logic there. So there is a reason for his expression.
Even our neighboring country, they are Freemasonry.
Actually, there are a lot. There are a lot amongst us. You know, I've got some friends who are Freemasons, but that's it, you know.
That's it.
They told me if anybody wants to be a member, you just have to walk in, but then you have to pass through certain tests, whether you are qualified or otherwise.
Yeah, you must check whether you got nipple on the left.
I'm sorry. So this fraternity is only open to male, but I heard in UK they open to female also. But it's all male, all brotherhood.
All brotherhood. Female memang will become distraction lah, because the root of problems will come from female. No, I'm sorry, disclaimer.
Hello.
Not all lah, maybe.
So male. And okay, why? I assume I'm just trying to guess. Probably they want people who are affordable to be the member, because they also can give donations. Donations. So from donations, they have a pool to give to exercise charity.
They have membership that fee, right?
That certain fee. And they say that if any brotherhood is down, they will always help.
Macam Melayu Snoman lah.
But then again, when I talk to Mr. Gray tell me that it's not a financial help. It will come naturally to you. You wouldn't ask. If you are the ones who ask, probably you will not be able to qualify as member. But if you honestly in need, there will be people who will help.
Arrangement and stuff.
So that's why they don't want to have people who are having problems or difficulties. They want people who are able already, who are very established, who are
free lah.
Wealthy, to join.
It's considered macam gentleman club lah. So we were being brainwashed saying that Freemasonry semua adalah Illuminati lah, sembah Dajjal. But actually when we get to know, because this is not the first time I hear from Mr. Sarafian Salleh. There were other narratives. So first-hand encounter from people who are even in the Freemason, in some podcasts, in even some of the YouTube or socials, they were saying that actually Freemasonry dia tak ada kena-mengena dengan Dajjal. Nothing. It's just an organisation, or we call it a society, that like a brotherhood, like how Mr. Sarafian Salleh said lah. Disclaimer guys, aku cakap ni bukan aku nak cakap kita nak promote Freemason. Kita nak hilangkan misconception on our society. Now, let's go back to the story yang
Our distinguished
Mr. Sarafian Salleh saw the Freemason punya story. But I have other question. We don't wish to talk about Freemason lah. Kita nak cakap tentang kerajaan Singapura terdahulu. Selepasnya para miswara atau dikenali sebagai Sultan Iskandar Shah pertama, setelah dia masuk Islam. Were there any kings in Temasek?
There were noble families. There were noble families. You know when Prime Minister left Singapore and go to Malacca, Malacca became the superpower in that era. Okay, from 1400 to 1510 or even much later, Singapore was a naval base for the Malacca Sultanate. So when Mansur Shah, Muhammad Shah, they were running Malacca, right? Singapore became a naval base, became a trading port. Became a trading port where there is a Kampung Nahoda in Teluk Blangah. So Teluk Blangah became like the holding area, or became the naval base for this region. And there are rumors, they say that when Hang Tuah retired from retired as Laksamana in the year 1490, he came to Teluk Blangah and he jaga that place. So John McSick, I think John McSick was featured in one of the Straits Times articles saying that he claimed that Hang Tuah was here in Teluk Blangah, in Singapore, and he also mentioned that when Hang Tuah was here, there were already 10,000 people living in Singapore.
10,000.
So I did some mathematical extrapolation based on that population, 10,000. So if there were already 10,000 people in Singapore, which means Singapore was already well populated since the 5th century. 5th century Singapore was populated. Just imagine in the year in the year 150 Common Era, 150 CE after Christ. This particular area was called Sabana Emporio.
Okay.
Then north of Sabah Emporio, it was called Aura Kersonis.
Oh, nama dia.
Aura or Au Kersonis. Au in the periodic table means gold.
Yes.
You see the periodic table, right?
Yes. Nice.
Okay, now.
Yes.
So Au Kersonis refers to Malaya.
Yes.
Because why? Malaysia has 4 streams of golden belt.
Oh, that is the reason the golden belt. It's not gold lah.
Gold, real gold.
Oh, real gold
Yeah,
lah.
so they mine.
Lombong Mas.
Lombong Mas.
Legit.
So there were already 4 gold streams in Malaysia, Malaya, and at the bottom there were diamonds.
Diamond.
Johor was diamond. That's why Johor is called Jauhar. Jauhar. But the Arabs call Jauhar. But the ancient kingdom Sriwijaya, what they call Gelang.
Gelang.
Gelangi. Kota Gelangi. That's the place I want to look for. So the lost city in Lingui. So Johor is called Jauhar.
Okay.
Or the Mon Khmer language call it Gelangi.
Okay.
Then Ptolemy, who when he came up with this chart, after he gathered all the information from the Persians or from the traders, passed by this area, they found that Malaya had lots of gold. So they call it place Golden Kersonis. Now, in Golden Kersonis, if you look into the map closely, there is another word that was mentioned in the map. The word says Malayo Konlon.
Malayo Konon.
Yes, Malayo Konlon. What's Malayo Konlon?
Melayu
Kononnya Melayu lah.
Macam betul lah.
Yeah, something like that lah kan. Macam kononnya lah kan.
Kononnya Melayu.
Kononnya Melayu. Okay, Malayo means Melayu.
Ya, Melayu.
Konlon is a ancient word for keluarga.
Wah,
Keluarga.
Big
So Melayu Konlon. And south of Melayu Konlon is Sabana Emporio.
Sabana Emporio. Sini.
Yes.
Singapore.
The Portuguese call Singapore, Kalang, a place where there was a port master. They call Singapore as Zabandar. Sabana. Shabanda. So Singapore in the year 150 AD, there was an argument between scholars like Professor Kwa Chong Guan. They said that Sabana Emporio could be Singapore because Singapore was already an emporium with a Shabanda.
Kirakan dah jadi
So,
city.
Yeah, city. So it's
Already.
emporium with a Shabanda. If you look into the Greco-Roman language, it's Sabana Emporio. Shabanda Emporium. So that's Singapore. And on top is Golden Kersonis, which is Malaysia. And of course, Malaysia, the word Melayu existed since then. Known as Malayo Konlon.
Malayo Konon.
Or keluarga Melayu.
There you go, guys. Boom.
Belajar
So
sejarah.
this is history. So like I mentioned in our first part, right? I said when I look for sources of how early Malay existed, that's how early. In fact, it can go even much earlier, the Austronesian period.
Austronesian,
Right?
yes.
You know, when people travel from Africa, then come to Asia, then cut through Malaya, right? Cut through Malaya. So there are the evidence at this place called Lembah Lenggong. Lenggong or Lembah Lenggong or Bujang Valley. Lembah Bujang. So they already found lots of early tools. They found iron factory.
There's even a Singapore street in Johor, right?
Yes.
Singapore ke? Singapore?
Kampung Singapura.
Kampung Singapura in Johor.
There's also Kampung Changi in Johor also. So these people are the ones. These are the first people who people Southeast Asia. Then in fact they become Austronesians. So Austronesians, so they live. They're all like hunters and gatherer. They were probably Homo erectus or Homo sapiens.
I'm sorry if I have to cut you. For those who don't know, apa tu
Ostroporosis.
Austronesian is actually a German word. Austro means south. Austro. So, but this Austronesian word only existed in the year, I think 1903.
My goodness.
So like, modern considered.
Malay, the word Melayu, officially existed only in the year 1963.
Boom.
So I believe when Malaysia has its first merger, right, with Singapore, Sabah, Sarawak, attempted to have Brunei also, but Brunei don't want. That's the first word, the word Malaysia came about. But I'm sure this word Malaysia comes from the word Malaya,
Malaya.
and this Malaya comes from the word Ptolemy's word Malayo. So this is the chain of the
Itu
word.
baru bab Melayu. Kalau bab Nusantara is way up to Philippines, right?
Nusantara is always
The whole
Nusantara.
part,
So
Thailand,
Nusantara, Thailand, Philippines. Then,
so big.
so that's Nusantara.
Malay archipelago they call it.
Malay archipelago. But if you look at Austronesian, it stretches all the way to Madagascar.
What?
Madagascar, Taiwan, they're all the way to one of the Polynesian islands.
Right.
That is Austronesian. Because why we speak the Austronesian language. I don't know how is the language. Is it gestures or some? We don't know. But then
Aku tak kutih. Aku tak kutih.
Atau Hakka punya.
so yeah, could be,
Probably because we
gestures.
our skin, everything, all like, features all
So
the same. Yeah.
Austronesian populated this part of the world.
I see.
From 10,000 years, from maybe 100,000 years ago until the year 4,000 years, then they went north to Taiwan, right? Something. Then it went south again.
Is it true that during there's earthquakes happen that shape the map of the earth different compared to hundred of years ago? For example, the continent due to the global warming and climate changes, banyak pulau tenggelam. That's how it shaped the map of the earth.
Yes. But this happened. Okay, the earth is 4.8 billion years old.
Yeah.
Okay, when Allah made, when Earth was formed, it was 4.8 million years ago. Now, civilization only started probably about 100,000 years. Okay, when humans start to walk.
So I mean cavemen.
Cavemen, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, Homo sapiens sapien. So it all started in 100,000 years ago. Then such people from Africa all the way out to Asia. Then from Asia, when people are getting stronger, they went north because it's cold. When it's cold, they have to survive more. They have to be more
Intellectual.
proactive. They are more creative. So when they went more creative, they went south again with their technology. So the first Austronesians, so when you say about peopling the earth and Austronesians, it was not just one time, it was several times. So every day, every night, you see somebody coming from Africa, peopling this place. Now, 10,000 years ago, we could walk from here to Taiwan. Okay, because of Sundaland. The Sundaland shelf, because at the time the sea level was very low. The ice cap was still a lot. But as global warming came about, the ice melt, sea level rises. There's a separation between Malaysia and Johor and Singapore. But in those days, we could walk across. I could walk from here to Sumatra or Java, but the only place you cannot walk across is Sulawesi.
So is the flat or no?
Oh no, it's a deep thing.
Sampai sekarang dia punya apa tu debate flat ke tak?
It's a fact. It's still no. I don't. It's still debatable because some people say that the theory of out of Taiwan, okay, out of Africa, then they believe that Austronesians come from Taiwan. But then there's some scholars in Java. Irianto, I remember his name, my friend. He came up with a theory that it's not out of Taiwan, it's actually out of Sundaland. Out of Sundaland shelf.
Sulawesi.
No, not Sulawesi. Sulawesi is a country island.
Island.
But Sundaland is a shelf. If you look at the map, of the earth before the sea level rise, Singapore, Java, Sumatra, Thailand, all one piece of landmass. Maybe after this you can Google Sundaland. You can see one big piece of landmass. That's where people walk freely until the age of Borneo, where you have the Wallace line that separates Borneo and Sulawesi. That's why if you look at the animals, that's the one. You look at the animals in Sulawesi or in Fiji, and you look at animals in Singapore, totally different. So the animals in Jakarta and animals in Singapore is the same. But once you go cross the Wallace line, where the water is deep, nobody can cross over, the animals are different.
If I'm not mistaken, I just only recently watched the video. They call it marsupials.
Marsupials.
Yeah, the marsupials exists only one side
animals
of it.
with pouch.
Yeah.
Animals,
Which is more to like Australia.
Kangaroos are marsupials.
And then Sulawesi, that side. Kira yang the difference is like Lombok dengan Bali, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So Bali and Lombok is not within the same zone, right? It's a different zone.
Because there is a very deep water. So that's where.
And it's mysterious.
So that's where, of all the Nusantara, the Bugis created ships to cross over.
Nampak dia punya masuk tu. Bom.
It makes them want to survive. So they create the watercraft to cross over Wallace Line.
Wallace Line.
So Bugis that's make them wanted to sail out of Sulawesi. So from just imagine from Singapore I could walk to Taiwan, to Philippines to Taiwan, because it's a connected continental shelf.
Continental shelf lah.
Dulu kalau ada kapal terbang pun rugi lah orang semua.
So you just imagine one person.
Aku jalan dia jawab gitu.
A man, like a man, any of us we could walk like 20 kilometers per day.
Yes.
Just imagine, from Africa to here about maybe 12,000 kilometers. They walk. They walk, they stop, then they harvest. I mean, the agriculture. Once the land is useless, they move on to nomadic. It's a nomadic life.
That's why the scholars or the companions during the last time, most of them walk a few days to meet their teacher.
Yes, correct, bro.
The chain of
Speaking of
narration.
that, I just watched a video regarding about Andalusia. Yeah, so it's actually now it's really Spain, right?
Yeah.
So basically, up to now, the culture still exists.
Yes.
And when the person of the narrator lah mentioned, it's actually date back to this sunnah lah, this concept of the Islamic tradition where the brotherhood will ride on horses and then go.
Camels.
Yeah, and then like what Mr. Sarafian mentioned, like they will plant and then like they will do the harvest, and if no use really, then move on. Very interesting, guys. I think you all should really go into it. And then speaking of, sorry, I just before I forget my question regarding about why there are a lot of ships and vessels go to do trading at Singapore. I think some listeners maybe don't know what is the source that attracts them.
Okay.
I think you did share with some of us before.
Actually, if you look into Nusantara, you look at Singapore. Singapore is like a choke point. It's a choke point. First thing. Second thing is that we have a very good harbour. We have a very good safe harbour.
We're getting
between Sentosa and Teluk Belanga. So that harbour is deep and it's very calm.
Yes. So Sharan dia kuat.
Yeah. The third one is that there are many rivers, many freshwater streams in Singapore.
Yeah.
Because of this, it attract navigators to come and stop over to get fresh water. So they get fresh water, we just stay here and something called this place home. So for the Portuguese and for some of the European travelers, they come, they say, oh, this place is very, very attractive to navigators. And why? Because then they say there are lots of fresh water here. So much fresh water that the Europeans call this place King of Water.
King of Water.
King of Water. No? So King of Water is along Pasir Panjang Road. No? So if King of Water, you translate to Malay, what do you get?
Like, let's give to
Air
Mus.
Raja.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
Air Raja.
Air Raja.
Yeah, this guy. Air Raja. Shout out.
Gila 20.
So these are just theory. Just theory, but it's something for us to bring it back home and think about it. Okay, so there are many names in Singapore given due to its geographical value. So like Teluk Belanga Bugis called Mabalangor because it's the best place for them to drop the anchor. Why is it called Pontian? Because Pontian is another southern tip where people can stop over. Actually, the word Pontian is a bastardized word for perhentian.
Oh, I thought Pontian got kena-mengena dengan
Pontianak.
No. Punya anak ke Pontian.
Then half right.
Rupanya ada anak Pontianak. But no
It's
lah.
perhentian.
It's perhentian. So I did ask Johorians. Johorians kata, orang kampung malas nak cakap ke Pontian. So that's what they say, not me. Then there are a few other things like I said like apa ni macam Jauhar Johor was Jauhar. So why is it called Klang? Actually there are lots of Klang. Singapore becomes Kalang. Then you go southern. In Southern Island, the Batam Island is called Galang. So it comes from the same word. I forgot what
They evolve. What evolve?
What does the word? Yeah, it's all because of the tongue
and speech.
Speech. How you pronounce it? Like Pulau Samulun in Jurong Island, right?
Okay.
The Jurong shipyard. It's actually Pulau Sembilan because there are 9 popular kecil di sana. Tapi from Sembilan becomes Samulun.
Macam Kicho Avenue. Di sana tak Kicho pun.
You're waiting for that stinger, right, bro?
He is that type.
Betul.
He is that character person.
Tapi there is a Kicho Avenue. You guys check on your
Jangan mungkin
street map.
kicu sini lah.
So Singapore has many names. Even though Singapura also people try to think about why is it called
Ada ke
Singapura?
lion? Did they saw a lion?
I mean, people say of all lions, probably there was a tiger, no? So tiger. So because of that, they call Singapura. Now the word Singapura, Singa also It's like a salutation to somebody who is great.
Oh,
Who's great. So because it's great,
King of Jungle.
King of Jungle. So they call it Singapura. Okay, so when Sejarah Melayu was written by Tun Bambang initially, then was passed to Tun Sri Lanang.
Tun Sri Lanang, yeah.
So Tun Sri Lanang he write
In his second book or first book?
I'm not so sure, but he took over from Tun Bambang.
Oh, Tun Bambang.
Tun Bambang, who first wrote it. So when he wrote it, he did made some research, or maybe he asked locals or oral recitals on how Singapore was formed. So probably he dramatized it or sensationalized it by having a singer. It could be a real singer, or it could be just like what I mentioned, a salutation to somebody who's great.
Speaking of this, right? Sorry, sir,
Yeah,
to cut you. Like the say singer, right? Then what about the Merlion and singer? Is there a link to it?
Yes.
Did I tell you a story about that?
You should. Because people like him, maybe he like.
Merlion is just mascot, right?
You see, Merlion was actually drawn or designed by this guy called Fraser Brunner.
Fraser Brunner.
1959. So when Singapore gained partial independence in 1959,
David Marshall.
Toh Chin Chai and David Marshall probably, and also Lee Kuan Yew said, we have to come up with a mascot. So Fraser Brunner being a chairman of Van Cleef Aquarium at the time. So he being the chairman, he's being arrowed, so he came up with a Merlion. But there wasn't any philosophical studies or research about how he came up with this. So Singapore, we were rushing to promote our country. So maybe our late Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew straight put Merlions of tourism. So when I was doing my STB license, I was thinking about. Because when I want to take my exam or want to guide people, I want to go beyond just touristy stuff.
Yeah, true.
Just the surface. Right?
So when you anchor somebody, when you anchor someone's heart into the roots of the story, the place, you will capture his interest.
Yes, like how we are right now.
Literally.
Capture kita punya interest.
So I believe in that. You make people have a sense of belonging, sense of patriotism. So if I feel like that, I'm sure you all will feel the same.
Yes.
So I start to look into the history of Merlion. Then I look into Sejarah Melayu. And I realized that this Merlion has two stories. So the story came about when Rajendra Chola, he left India, he wanted to come to Asia. He said he wants to conquer China. So he wanted to conquer China, but when he came to this part of the world, he said that he met these two Chinese men. Who came from China. He said they found that this old man, they're very old, and they asked, where you from? He said, from China. But the story was like this. So when Rajendra Chola, his family came to Singapore. There were spies. There were Chinese spies who mata-mata who heard that this Indian king wanted to invade China. So this few Chinese men went back to China, told the emperor, he said that they're Chinese, there are these Indian kings want to attack us. Then the Chinese kingdom said, why they want to attack us? Why not just trade with us? We can live happily. But then the Chinese spies said, they want to attack us really. They prepared the armada. Then this where the Chinese emperor called a few old men, get an old ship, get a big tree, and rusty needles. So let this old ship, old man, and the big tree, rusty needles sail to Singapore. So they sailed to Singapore. Then Rajendra Chola was actually preparing his armada to attack China. And he saw this old ship coming at the coastline. So he asked the ship to come. So Rajendra Chola asked these old people, where are you from? Oh, we are from China. I said, why are you so old? We were not old, we were young. When we left China, we were only 15 years old. Now we are in our 70s. You mean China's that far? Then the Chinese man said, look at the tree. We just brought seeds and now become a tree already. So I don't think we want to go back. We want to just stay in Singapore. So that made Rajendra Chola said, oh gosh, if I want to go to China, I'll be dead halfway in Siam. So he didn't want to go to China. So he lived in Singapore. So when he was in Singapore,
smart man.
He was in Singapore, this part of the world. He said that I want to explore Singapore, explore the water. So he created a glass box, he went underwater. So he went underwater, he saw a mermaid. That year, arguably was in the year 1025.
1025. Oh, I wasn't born.
Of course lah. Even your ancestor pun, I think.
Swimming.
Planning.
Belum pun.
So he went underwater. He met with this mermaid. He said that, "Can I marry you?" Say, "I can marry you, but I cannot live with you because you are in different. You are from another world."
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, they got married, and this mermaid got married. Then they separated because why? Rajendra Chola said, "Okay, I've married you. I'll just go back to India. But before I go back to India, I shall tell my story. I shall tell my story. I write on stone." Okay. So he engraved his story on stone, Batu Bersurat, and he left India. The mermaid left. The mermaid, which was his wife, went back to Sumatra. Okay, so to cut a story short, she gave birth to 3 princes. Okay, the first prince, second prince, they were the kings of Sumatra. The third prince became the prince of Palembang. So this prince of Palembang came to Singapore in 1299. He saw a lion.
And who is that?
And who's that? Who's the person who saw the lion, bro? In the history?
Sanila Utama.
Bandai.
Bingo! Boom, boom. There you go.
Boom, boom.
So Sanila Utama saw a lion. The forefather married to a mermaid. So it becomes a
See the link in that sense.
Okay, Merlion.
So this is just my wild thinking.
Yeah.
So I did a video, and I think some people actually bought that story out of sheer humor. Okay, there isn't any history written about that, but something I share. And they say there is a connection to that. Maybe Fraser Brandon also had the same thinking as yours. 100 years, 50 years ago, 80 years ago, and come out with the Merlion.
And also, I think regarding about the fish part below, right? Also, in short, right, it's actually resembles a bit of the history of Singapore, which is the fishing port.
Village, fishing port.
Yeah.
Or
I heard this somewhere lah, actually.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
The Merlion also tells the world that we are the maritime king.
Maritime king.
Maritime king because of the choke point that makes us very, very wealthy. Yeah, as we speak today, there are 1,800 ships passing Singapore every day.
Yes, Singapore is a very fine
Solid
city.
record,
And
guys.
millions of hundreds of thousands of containers.
So
every
yeah,
day.
it's not only
yes,
maritime but also airport, guys.
Yeah.
All
Yes,
everything
airport,
busy lah.
yeah.
We all the best.
Rambut pun dah sembarang.
Rambut pun dah sembarang, tapi tak apa. Okay, kita pun masih ada masa lagi, guys.
A bit
So
more,
what we want to cover these last few moments, special moments dengan Mr. Sarafian Salleh.
Yes.
We claim as our teacher.
Yes, sir.
Masa semua terdiam.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you can share with us about your books.
Yeah, the books.
The books that you would like to share with our listeners out there, with our viewers out there.
And also maybe
Ikra.
additionally, maybe if people want to get engaged with become like a tourist guide, maybe you want to promote as well.
Okay, maybe this is where we will give you the
platform,
stage,
yeah,
Mr.
the space.
Sarafian.
Yes, okay. Apart from being an engineer, I also like to write and do research. Okay, my other pastime is heritage guides. Okay, I'm sure some of you have attended my guides,
Yes.
right, my tours.
Yes.
So this is something that I want to share, something that I give back to the community. At least they know. Okay, the idea of me sharing history with the public is to make them have a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
Identity.
Identity, yes. And to know identity is to know your genealogy.
Orang
So-
Melayu kata Jatinari.
appreciate.
Jatinari.
Jatinari mana?
Mina Kumari.
Jati diri.
So Jati diri, to know Jati diri, the best tool to know Jati diri is to do your family tree. So family tree became a cornerstone for me to rediscover myself. So this book here, Tua Bugis, okay, this Tua Bugis book, I actually started off doing my genealogy since 2008.
2008.
So 2008, I did my genealogy and I rediscovered my Bugis roots. Maybe I just open the page, just to show you. So this genealogy is very important to
Boleh zoom
everyone.
bagus.
Where is it? Because genealogy will tell you where you come from, why your forefathers chose Singapore and called this place home. Okay, so this is a genealogy.
Oh my god.
Wow, family tree.
have a family tree.
So it took me 7 years to do.
Pokok keluarga.
Pokok keluarga, yes. No, genealogy is very challenging because some families they want to admit that they are the family.
yeah.
Some don't want to be
Don't
known.
want to be known.
Just like you see,
Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
saw
me.
you.
This is my brother. Family. So he doesn't want to be shown.
I know.
Okay, then that's my sister's family. So this is my parents. No, for my parents, this is where it goes up,
Lineage.
all the way to my great grandfather who came to
That's why,
Singapore in the year 1790.
1790.
Yeah, so that was before Raffles. So this book is not just about me, but about Singapore. It's about Singapore. No, even despite of me naming Tua Bugis or Chronicles of Seafarer, but you can find lots of stories about Singapore. And if you just erase my name and put your name and put your genealogy, it's your book. Okay, it's just a sample, a template for anyone, be it Singaporean or out there, to just use this as a template to create your own story.
Oh, you want to leave a legacy.
I mean, a legacy is one thing, history is one thing. But to encourage people to write is my prime objective.
Right.
So for you to write your history.
I always write love letter, but no one read. Boom, boom.
Boom, Cheng. Not only this book, you have also...
Okay, now this book, when you look at Tua Bugis is actually the paternal lineage, my father's lineage. Now this book, Sarafian Salleh, is more about my maternal lineage.
Oh, maternal
lineage. So my maternal lineage is a bit thin because my mother doesn't want to talk a lot about her family.
Understand.
Because in this book, you talk about community sharing.
I talk about community sharing, about food.
Which is now non-existent.
No, some are non-existent, yes. How? Now, this book is so relevant to Singaporeans, especially people like my Asian, who grew up in the kampung. Okay, I lived in kampung before, 10 years in kampung. So that was where I see the rural part of Singapore and all the challenges of growing up and the challenges, the transition from rural to urbanization, where we have to leave the kampung. And from then on, that period also, I witnessed my grandmother's business, how she worked hard to get the family going. My father who's working, my mom who is at home. So this is more closer to the heart. When you speak about mother especially, it's much closer.
That was when sole breadwinner was a thing, the common thing during that time. Right?
Yes, sole breadwinner is important. So for my mother and for my grandmother, they also run their own business to supplement, to have a comfortable life. But yet we went through lots of challenges.
This is not your only book, right? You have another...
I've got some other books, another book coming, launching in September, but that will be the next program.
Okay, guys. So we also like to take this opportunity to cakap atau memberitahu lah. Kita kata terima kasih to all our listeners out there. Without you guys, kita tak sampai ke 100 episode. Right, this is a huge milestone for us. Dan juga bagi aku personally, this is like a dream come true untuk menjemput Mr. Sarafian Salleh. Mana kamera? Mr. Sarafian Salleh kan, to be in this situation. Apa ni? Session. To have him as our guest speaker on our 100th episode is like a dream come true for aku punya podcast. Alhamdulillah, syukur pada Allah SWT. Kita punya podcast lah. Sama lah.
Tak apa guys,
kita sama.
You don't worry. InsyaAllah kalau ada rezeki kita bawa lagi ataupun ni. Y'all komen you all like.
Kita nak minta sedikit banyak untuk memberi tahu pada Mr. Sarafian Salleh. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
we really from our sincere of our heart. Dengan seikhlas-ikhlas hati, we like to say thank you to come to our podcast, bukan aku, our podcast, and give all this knowledge to other listeners out there.
Thank you.
Apologize for any shortcoming and our keterlaluan kadang-kadang. This is our forte lah.
Dan juga kita also want to say to all the listeners, do subscribe, follow us in our socials, in our digital platform, dan juga you can give us comment, you can give us feedback, and also you can participate in our next upcoming engagement. Bukan pertunangan
bukan
engagement.
If you're keen, DM us, okay?
Komen yang banyak-banyak. Sarafian, please come back. Please come back for a future episode.
We want him back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sarafian, you have anything for us?
Yes, maybe you want to give a last
few have one more minute.
Especially maybe for the youngsters, maybe to minat sejarah balik.
Okay. Before we close this, I want to apologize for any shortcomings, any inaccuracies or the assumptions that I've shared, because all this comes from me. Okay, mohon maaf Zain Abatin. Because it can be very sensitive to, especially when I talk about a Freemason or some of the dates that I mentioned. Friends out there who are very critical to Sejarah Melayu that have give comments in my other YouTube, I apologize. But this is something that I share from my heart, and I welcome any critics, comments, or even feedbacks of whatever I've mentioned in a wrongful manner. Okay, so I encourage not only people of my age or our age, but especially youngsters who are doing contents. Okay, focus a bit more onto the history of Singapore and history of your family, because by knowing the history of your family, of Singapore, you instill a sense of patriotism and the landscape of total defense.
Alright, tanpa memberi segan silu, manjada
wajada.
Salam. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.